Bang. What the fuck is going on, everybody? I'm your host, Nick Balkliz. This is the WTF show, winning the flex. Doing the live stream a couple minutes earlier, we are going to be streaming the Dalmatian right now. Very excited about this contest. Let me bring it up, actually. Need +5 for this bad boy to fill. Yeah, so we need +5 more people. Let me tweet this out again. Wait, which one do we need? We need 5 more people. Salute Ayo the Yo, what's up, T Clark? Welcome into the stream, baby. Very excited to do a Dalmatian. I have done none, so this will be my first one. I do want to stream all 3 of them. I won't be doing all 3 today, but definitely going to be getting one in today. Just got back from the gym. It looks like I took a shower. I did not take a shower. It is all sweat, so I will be immediately jumping into a shower after this. I have no idea how fast these fill up, but I am confident that it will be filling up pretty soon. Also, hold up one sec. Let me check something. I gotta make sure I'm live. Testing, testing. I gotta make sure I'm live. Okay. Testing, testing. All right, we are good to go. Yeah, I legit just I just left the gym right now, and then I cooked up a thumbnail, and I was like, you know what? I really want to do a Dalmatian. Shout out Vinny. So we need 5 more if out down for a Dalmatian. Um, what time is it? I might run a puppy and then just do that till this fills. Let me look over the Dalmatian. Let me see what's cooking with this bad boy. The the Dalmatian. So there was 2 Dalmatians, a little Dalmatian, and then this one, which you could consider it a high stake contest, a mid stake contest. I would consider it a higher stake contest just because they dropped the $1 contest. So either or. But this is a fun one. It's only 3 max entries. The advance is 4 out of 12. So you have a 33% chance of making it to the playoffs. Then it's 1 out of 5, 20% chance of making it to the semis. 1 out of 8, which is, I think, like a 16.7% chance of making it to the finals. And then if you did make it to the finals, 23 teams. Worst case, you make 1,000 buckaroos. First place is $30,000. 3 shots, $300 for a chance to win $30,000. It's a fun contest. It's already 40% filled. I still have my 3 bullets. 4 more people for a Dalmatian. What the fuck is going on? I was about to move my headset. Not wearing actually not wearing it, but WTF? Welcome in, Mike Smith. How are you doing, brother? So for news, I mean, we had a bombshell drop yesterday. Quinshawn Junkins. If you did not see my thumbnail, that was him. Junkins got arrested. He's in jail for domestic violence or battery. So obviously, we don't know the severity of the situation. We don't know how the victim is. We don't know the story. So obviously, once there's more information coming out, we'll know what to do. But right now, obviously, Junkins has fallen. I've seen him go to like the late 80s, 90s. Sampson and Ford have risen up. I think it's fair to, if you want to pull them up right now and just kind of take the shot, like Junkins might get suspended. Um, there's a chance that Junkins doesn't get suspended and he's fine, so maybe you get a discount on him right now. Yeah, but for me, what's up, Zero? Welcome in, baby. But for me, I'm staying away from Junkins right now, and I'll pull Ford and Sampson up to like the 170s, because to me, like the last 4 or 5 rounds is all similar. So if I had to pick between Sampson or Ford, I mean, I think Ford. If Junkins was to miss, let's say 6 games or longer, Ford would get probably most of the carries. I would think. Sampson is being worked in the receiving role, but Ford's a really good player. He's underrated. So I think Ford would definitely get more of the touches early on. Sampson has more upside. Yo, what's up, man? Welcome in. Welcome in. What's up, bitches? Welcome in, Bry. Are you getting into this Dalmatian? We need one more. One more for this Dalmatian, guys. Ford is definitely not a scrub. No, Ford's really good. I mean, the fancy metrics prove it. He has the production. He's always been kind of underrated, I feel like. And I mixed him in a little here and there in 18th round because I was like, he's a vet and he might have a role, but I mean, obviously you can't predict shit like this, man. So all right, so we did fill the Dalmatian. Let's see where we're at. We have the 1.9 spot. I see a few people in here. If you guys are in the stream, comment below if you're in this draft. I see Boner. I see Zero. I know Justin. I've seen him. J Mac might know. Yo, what the fuck up, Nathan? We are doing a Dalmatian. I'm excited. Let's lock in, guys. 4 out of 12 advanced, so you do want to focus more on advancing compared to BBM. I've heard that the quarterback rooms are crazy in these lobbies. All right. Good luck. Good luck, fellas. Hey, there's no better way to mock someone live so it's on the internet forever. I am pick next to Boner. I did a draft with him yesterday. He sniped me like 3 times. Oh, that's what's up, man. Well, were they doing a live stream or was it just randomly? I know whenever Pete is doing a live stream, the lobbies are crazy. I'm gonna put some music on. Let me chill out a little bit. No, random. That's funny, man. All right, so we have the 1.9, man. I mean, in this draft, just get the guys that you want. We have CD Lamb falling to 1.6. So our next pick is 2.4, where I feel like there's a couple things we can do there. I actually did load up my rankings for like the first time. I don't know if I'm actually gonna go buy my rankings. I have Nico. It's either Nico or Neighbors for me. We'll do Nico Collins. I like a lot of these receivers. It's just kind of pick and choose your poison. David Maddock asked some music, my boy. I was trying to upload some music earlier, but I didn't have time. I'm trying to psych you guys out. Make you guys lose concentration. Nico will finish tier 1. Dude, Nico has a great chance to finish tier 1, man. Ooh, I like who we're gonna get. Give me Henry or HN. I'm cool with either one. Yeah. So we have Nico. I think we are gonna take Derrick Henry here. Yeah. Let's do the big dog, man. I don't have much Derrick Henry in general, so my exposure is low, but you know, obviously this is $101 entry. So if I am low on a player and I do want to diversify, I'll take a player in a higher stake contest. Nico, Derrick Henry feels pretty good. This music makes me ordered, guys. So that was the opposite effect that I was trying to do, but you know what, man? Derrick Henry, 2,000 yard season. Let's go, baby. I am curious to see how these Dalmatians go. Like, are they more receiver heavy? How high do the quarterbacks go? Do the RBs fall? 4 out of 12 advance. For me, I do want to prioritize running back a little more, especially the really good ones. Nico Collins, love him. Derrick Henry feels really good to start for like the mid-second round. You know what? Let's actually. Fuck it. We're doing some night driving, guys. Prioritize one, my boy. You know what? I can't be giving you guys strategy, but you know what? I'm gonna smoke you out anyways. I want to prioritize running backs a little more in this. It's always tough fading Henry, but what I've been doing is drafting Hampton the 4th, who might go 1-2 next season. No, I think that's a good strategy. I've faded Derrick Henry last year, man. And it doesn't feel good fading Derrick Henry, who had a great season, and now I'm paying more of a premium for him. Because at some point, Derrick Henry, Barkley, CMC, Kamara, Joe Mixon, James Conner, Aaron Jones, all these great RBs that have had amazing careers, they're going to be irrelevant as soon as this year to the next 1-2 years, right? Which is crazy to think about. Like, those are running backs that we grew up watching, we grew up drafting, and they are all going to be irrelevant in the next 1 to 3 years. This could be the year where it is like Judgment Day, where Derrick Henry, CMC, Kamara, all the old RBs just fucking like get hurt or just like get more washed. Can you do team reviews at the end, my boy? You do great insights. Appreciate that, my boy. Look, whoever's in the stream, I am gonna go over the teams, so I definitely got you guys. Can you set a poll for who wins Zero or Boner? Yeah, hold up. Can I do that on? Yeah, I'll do that one sec. So this will be an interesting pick. We have Henry Collins to start. So we're on the clock. I'm taking Jaden Daniels. I could have done Lamar Jackson for Derrick Henry, but Jaden Daniels is my quarterback one this year. I do think there's 1 or 2 people that are in here that I've seen before, like on Twitter, but I don't know if they're in the stream. WTF, Alex is in the house. What's up, man? How you doing, brother? Twitter. What the fuck am I on Twitter? Nah. How's the music sounds? Is it too loud? I wanted Hampton, guys. Josh Allen goes. I mean, yeah, I think we'll go Ted here. I could have took Hampton at 33, but I wanted an elite quarterback. The one thing with the elite quarterbacks is they're on the same tier for me, but I do have Daniels quarterback 1. Now it could be foolish because Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen are more proven. It's hard to fade Josh Allen as quarterback 1 this year. Lamar Jackson just had one of the most incredible seasons last year, but how I'm viewing them is Lamar Jackson, I think, is going to have some regression this year in the passing game. Josh Allen, I think it's hard to fade him in general, but the difference between Jaden and these two is Jaden Daniels, I prefer his playoff schedule than Lamar and Josh Allen. So if I'm nitpicking, the playoff schedule is better for Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels also has where maybe he gets better in the second year. Also, the offense could be better as well. The offensive line, they added Debo, more efficient. And Jaden Daniels down the year was just crushing it. I mixed them all in, but yeah, Jaden Daniels is my quarterback 1. Out here ripping 100 drafts like a boss. It's a little loud, not bad. Okay, I'm a lower a little bit. Okay, that should be better. Bitcoin Sherper and Justin McMahon are Twitter peeps. Yeah, I've seen Justin McMahon before. Not Bitcoin Sherpa, but happy to have them in these lobbies. Yo, WTF Hartman, how you doing, man? Shadow Hartman, check his stream out. Did a good one with Big Loaf. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. All right, so this is interesting. So we are going to. Ooh, Chuba would have been nice. Could do another RB. We're gonna do Juwan Jennings. We'll take a receiver here. More because there will be a RB that falls back to us. The receivers here are very interesting, but I think Juwan Jennings. I've came around where I just want pieces of the 49ers offense, and they man. I think Juwan Jennings is just the best bet to have a productive fantasy season this year. So far, you're getting cooked, my boy. JSNL. Man, chat. Who'd I go? Mixon, Harvey, or Travion? I have Travion ranked higher, but Mixon with the what's it called? Travion makes sense as well. I think I'm gonna go Mixon. We're gonna bet on the old guys. Fuck it. We're gonna bet on the old guys. Henry and Mixon were both like top 3 and top 4 points per game last year. We have the Houston bet already. With Nico Collins. Arbit says for real. This isn't a $5 puppy to anymore. This is a $101 Dalmatian. My boy Jason, you paid my rate for 11. Let's go. I mean, look, I'm a Drake May just slappy fan boy, whatever you want to call it. I love Drake May. The reason why I have Travion ranked high is because it gives me excuses to take Drake May, but I can't forget what Mixon did last year. He's going in the 6th round, and I think he was like top 2 points per game through weeks 1 through 11. In the playoffs, he looked really good. Not the fantasy playoffs, but like real life playoffs. I'm cooking zero so hard. I'm about to order DoorDash. Which puck of the draft do you like the least? I'll tell you what my least favorite puck of the draft is after like a couple rounds. So this guy gets the Joe Burrow fall with Chase. Now, one thing you'll see in these contests, I do think I don't know, man, because I was gonna say you're more likely to get the stacks because everyone's trying to play a different way. More people aren't prone to take like a unstacked Joe Burrow, but also I can't confirm that because I'm sure there's some crazy lobbies where people are just reaching. Okay, let me make a poll. Who's gonna take Junkins, guys? Which one of you guys are gonna take Junkins? Dude, this guy has 4 RBs to start. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna take a Josh Downs right here. 4 RBs to start, man. That's high T. So we have Nico Tet, Juwan, Josh Downs. Tony Pollard goes. We could go Hawkinson if we want to. We could go. I don't want to go IU. We could go Jordan Mason. Yeah, we'll take Jordan Mason. Did Quishon go? No, Quishon's still there. I don't love that Mason pick, man. I don't mind Mason this year, but I just like Brian Robinson could have done with the Jaden Daniels thing. And for whoever asked about the pocket of the drafts, coming up, it's like I feel like just a flat tier. So like it's like basically just take the guys that you want to take. I wonder what could I have done there though. I mean, I guess Hawkinson I could have done. Mason was the best RB, I think. Him or Brian Robinson. The receivers are kind of all in the same tier for me as well. Where do you click Jenkins now? I mean, he's off my board right now. I don't have it ranked, but I don't know. I mean, look, like, would you rather have Jenkins or Travis Etienne, Tyrone Tracy? Like, I guess like in like the early mid 90s, you could take a shot on him. But for me personally, I think I'm just gonna fade him right now. Like if he drops in the hundreds, then like it's more tempting, but it's just hard. We just don't know what's gonna happen right now with him. Like if he misses 6 games, you know, he should like he should be way down here. But yeah, to this question, the pocket of the draft is like coming up where it's like I don't love like the early hundreds. I don't love the people at the ADP. That's why how I ranked it is more just I'm gonna pull guys up. Like I'm gonna pull quarterbacks up. I'm gonna pull tight ends up. So that was a joke. The Dalmatian format is the go of formats, in my opinion. Yeah, I love the Dalmatian format. They did a really good job. Pitbull is really good too. Elite quarterback with Ward or Dart and hope one comes alive like Stroud in 2023. Strat I've been doing. Yeah, I think that's a oh man, quarterbacks are going now. I think that's a viable strategy for sure, man. So 112. Could do that. We'll do a little Kean Coleman. Don't have much of him, but receiver 5, I think he can score a lot of touchdowns this year. I sniped Boner's ass too. Boner took the receiver 3 on the Bills. I took the receiver 1. Let me see. Dobbins gets pulled up, but I think that's similar to where he should be going. I'm fading, but after like Skyboot, Charbonnet, Reigns, I probably click Jenkins. Yeah, I mean it's a decent click there because like if this isn't a big deal or he gets thrown out or maybe he doesn't get suspended, then you know could be fine. All right, guys. We could do a lot of different things here, but we're just gonna take Drake May. We don't have no Patriots. I don't care. I don't need to stack as much in a contest like this. I love Drake May. He's my highest owned quarterback. And like I said, like when you're playing in like a 1 out of 5, 1 out of 8 advance, like you don't need to stack Drake May. I do like how this team is coming. Like Daniels and Drake May, I have a lot of points at the quarterback position. Derrick Henry, Mixon is a fun 2 RB if they stay healthy. Mason as a third, I don't mind. And then Nico, Ted, Juwan, Jennings, Josh Downs, King Coleman. Potentially, we have the receiver 1 this year. Ted McMillions is a fun click where maybe he puts up like, 50 for 750 and like 4 touchdowns. Or he could put up like 75 for 1,100 and like 7 touchdowns. Juwan Jennings, don't love him, but I am confident he is going to get targets this year on a really good offense. Josh Downs, I love. Josh Downs is one of my favorite clicks this year. I don't know how much he's going to run in receiver 2 sets, even if he does or not. But I'm okay with just betting on his talent. Josh Downs is a super talented player, and I like betting on players that are very talented. And the only thing for them to break out even more is if they get more playing time or more targets. So Josh Downs, love him. Kenny Coleman, don't click a lot, but I am coming more around to Kenny Coleman where Josh Allen, if he regresses more to like that 35, 36 passing touchdowns, Kenny Coleman seems like he's probably the favorite to be the red zone target there in that offense. Obviously, they're going to run the ball a lot. James Cook, Ray Davis, Josh Allen's going to run a lot, but Kenny Coleman, I think, is being slept on a little bit. His receiver prop line is actually very bullish. It's 750 yards. So I do like that. And he was looking decent before he got hurt as well. Half PPR, big play guy. Don't mind him. Yo, what's up, Cryptic? WTF, man. I love the new profile, bro. That shit looks clean. You got Junkins at 100 earlier. Yeah, man. I mean, Junkins was going on like pick 73, 75. So like a 2.5 round discount. Don't love it, don't hate it, but I'm okay with it, man. All right, guys. I'm dumb as fuck right now. How the hell do I set a pull up? Oh, so we're up next, guys. Let's see our rankings. Let's see what we got cooking up. Could do Shroud. Spears, don't mind. There's no tight ends. So tight ends, we are punting. It looks like receiver we're good at. You know what? Let's go a little Tajay Spears, man. I don't have much of him. We'll go Tajay Spears, and then for quarterback, for stacking options, like we might just take another unstacked quarterback, man. If Stroud falls, I think we'll go him. Tight ends. We'll probably just wait on tight ends. We could do Kyle Williams, but I think Kyle Williams is priced kind of high with where he's going right now. Also, week 17 correlation, like I'm not prioritizing it really at all in this contest. Will I use it as tiebreakers? Sure, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Cryptic, is it you and you or Cryptic? Man, that's some similar stuff. I'm starting to get a warm, fuzzy feeling about Jack Betch. I think he's fallen enough, man, where like you could take him, or he's like not a bad price. I think we got to do it, guys. This will be a 3 QB team. CJ Shroud, double stacked up. We have Daniels, May, Shroud. Feels good. Probably go 3 tight ends. Like this will probably be a 3-6-6-3 build. Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, like I'm just betting on volume with them. If they stay healthy, I think my RB1 and RB2 position are going to be filled all year. Mason and Spears are fun play. Like Mason, to me, is like a flex player where he's touchdown dependent. Like if he scores a touchdown a week, he's going to probably spike my lineup, right? Like I expect him to, do the 40, 60 rushing yards, get a touchdown. I'm sure there'd be games where he has 2 touchdowns. And then if Aaron Jones did get hurt, Mason's probably going to be a workhorse for a top offense. Tajay Spears. So I'm a Tony Pollard bull. I love Tony Pollard this year. One of my highest drafted RBs this year. But Tajay Spears, I will mix in. I think the offense is going to be better. Tajay Spears also has a contingent upside if Pollard was to get hurt. And then, maybe Tajay does end up playing more. I don't buy it from the coaching staff because they said this shit last year. But there is a chance Tajay does end up playing more. I do look forward to looking at everyone's teams after this as well. Will be fun to see what you guys build. Took the single stack love over double stack JJ McCarthy since it's a Dalmatian, my boy. You got to get your guys, man. Contests like this, trust your balls, trust your gut. You're putting $101 on the line, man. It's 4 out 12. Why do you need 3 quarterback early? I mean, you don't need 3 quarterback early, but I would say because it's 4 out of 12, I don't know, I want stacking options still. I want to bet on underperforming offenses. I think Texans is one of them. And also in the playoff pods, I think, I don't know. I think 3 quarterbacks is viable in this contest. I'm only going to go 6 RB here. I'm going to go 3 tight ends. I could do maybe 7 receivers. But, yeah. Stroud. At that pocket too, one thing about 3 quarterbacks is that pocket where you pick from, it's so flat. It's do I want to take a backup RB, a sorry-ass receiver, or do I want to take a quarterback that stack up with Nico Collins and Joe Mixon? I just feel like that's just a better pick. Okay, ADP this. Yeah, we're passing on tight end. Randall or Blue for me. We'll go Jaden Blue. We'll just take the upside that maybe he's the best RB on the team and he's going to be used. I like Randall too, though. Tight end, we're probably just going to be going late. Receiver. I was going to say, if Tillman fell, I might take him. Okay, so we do have a stacked Drake May option. We'll be taking Hunter Henry here. I'm cool with 3 quarterback in this contest, but maybe a third Cam Ward or Bryce Young. I mean, I just let's say if I don't take CJ Stroud there, right? So let's say I pass on Stroud. Who am I going to take? Kyle Williams, Xavier Legette, Javonte, Trey Benson. Would I rather have CJ Stroud and Jaden Blue or Javonte and Cam Ward? I think CJ Stroud is better than Cam Ward this year. And then Javonte, yeah, he's going to project better than Blue, but I think I'd rather have Blue's potential upside this year. That's what I'm saying, where it's the range of once you get to this pocket of the early hundreds, it's just such a flat tier where I like the quarterbacks and the tight ends way better the next 3-4 rounds. And this year, I just like a lot of receivers and RBs, in the last, rounds 15, 16, 17. somewhat better, even better than like the receiver running backs that go like rounds like 12, 13, 14. Or it's just not that different to me. Thank you, thank you. Crabtree isn't even in the player pool. My boy is definitely overspending quarterback. Let's see what Boner. Boner got the Allen Caleb thing. Yeah, but like it's like, what's the difference of like, you know, like if you want to argue like I don't think Cam Ward and CJ Stroud is a good argument to differentiate. Like if you want to say don't take Stroud as your third QB, but wait till like, you know, Daniel Jones or Sam Darnold, then yeah, like I get it, because like the difference of players are like 40, 50 picks. But even then, though, like Stroud, like we saw Stroud could, you know, light it up like his rookie year, you know, show a lot of potential. But I'm probably wrong. I'm wrong a lot. I was gonna look at Zach Ertz. He goes Samson or Ford. I think either's viable. We'll just take the upside of Samson. 177 feels fine. Taking him here, I don't care. Feels good about year 3 Shroud. Yeah, I feel like Shroud could be in for a bounce back. Even though I don't like the offense line, they are projected to be the worst. Keep grinding, results will definitely come. I mean, I don't think I could get much worse than last year. I'll tell you that, my boy. You know what? I don't have any Noel. Let's do a Noel stack. Let's see what's up with Noel. And then what we'll do is we'll take 2 more tight ends. So we are doing 3-6-6-3. And for me, I think I do feel better about doing some builds like this, you know, where it's more of like a balance all around. Because like you don't necessarily need like the total nuts to advance. Like in a BBM, you could argue like where like you might want to have like 6 RBs and 8 receivers, because the extra, you know, receiver could spike in your lineup when you're going against 16 other people. But when I'm going against like 5 other people, I'm more okay to be more heavy at the quarterback position and the tight end position, or have more of it, you know. Like I don't feel like I need to be so extreme or try to like just play for the certain upside like a BBM. And maybe that's wrong. Like maybe I'm, you know, not thinking it through. After this Dalmatian, I am gonna kind of like look over some things, check my team out, and then we'll be back. We'll be back. You know, this is basically like a rough draft for me. Are you woke to Terrence Ferguson or Gatson? Gatson, I am not. I just think it's harder to see playing time for him when he has Tyler Conklin and Will Dissly there. You know, Will Dissly was productive last year as a good blocker. Tyler Conklin, you know, he's that vet that he's like an underrated receiver. Terrence Ferguson, I'm open to. I do think that he could, you know, just start over Tyler Higbee or maybe, down the stretch, he just, starts playing more. I like you, my boy. There's always something, man. Wait, did you have a Texan? Oh yeah, Jaden Higgins. Okay. Knicks, Love, and Sam Darnold. Did Ford go? Yeah. So we have 2 more picks. Yeah, it's gonna be the tight end position. We're just gonna take 2 guys that we like. Darren Waller. I don't really know how I feel about Darren Waller right now, guys. Are you guys in on the Waller? Is he a good pick right now? We're gonna go Jatavian Sanders with the first one. Drafted all 3 of my Dalmatians today. The rooms were wacky. The higher the price, the whacker they get. Yeah, man. I mean, you just never know what you're gonna get with these. Like, I wonder if some people, because it's either like because it's more expensive, so like they just overreact to it and they play more cautious. So like, like, let me pull this quarterback up, or I really like this player, like let me just take him. Or I wonder if it's like more money and just people like just don't give a fuck. They're like, like, let's just have fun. I'm just gonna pick whoever I want. I mean, I could do Don Schultz to do a stack, but man, like I already have a lot of Houston, and I think Schultz sucks. We could do some upside with Terrence Ferguson. I don't mind him here. Pat Fairmouth, I still think will have a role. We're gonna go Pat Fairmouth, guys. Third option with Rodgers. Maybe maybe Rodgers prefer Pat Fairmouth. That's the team, guys. It's a wacky team. This is a weird looking team, but I think it's more okay to have a weird looking team in the Dalmatian. I'm in on Waller, my boy. At 200, 190, he's gonna chase them up. Yeah, I can't believe that Darren Waller is relevant in fantasy again. It's crazy, man. So we did do it, guys. We did stream, we drafted, we demolished potentially this Dalmatian. I'm gonna look over some teams, look over the draft board. I definitely drafted players I don't draft much on this team. So if the guys I've been kind of fading or don't have a lot of this year end up doing good, well, I'll be happy because at least I have them on this team. Dalmatian 1 in the books. All right, so we have a 3-6-6-3 build. Jaden Daniels, Drake May, and CJ Stroud. Could we have stopped at Daniels and May? Yes. Did I want to? No. Quarterback room, a lot of upside, a lot of floor. It's going to hold it down all year for us. Henry, Mixon, Mason, Spears, Blue, Sampson. I really do like this RB room. Henry and Mixon are going to project for a lot of volume. We'll see if they can hold up. We'll see if they can be the guys down the stretch. I don't know. But these two will I'm going to rely on them a lot all season. But then Mason, as an RB3, a flex-worthy guy. Spears, Blue, Sampson are 3 fun RBs. I think Sampson at, reaching, like, his ADP is 197, but I think he's more than viable for 177. Him and Ford, I think you should reach 1-2 rounds at least to get him. Just because if there's a situation where Jokers is missing any time, both Samson and Ford are going to be valuable. I think. Blue's a fun one where, you know, let's say Mixon, Henry, let's say both of them get hurt by the playoffs or they're down the stretch. Like, I could see Mason, Spears, Blue, and or maybe not Samson as much, but like these three all be more fantasy relevant down the stretch. We have Nico, Tet, Juwan Jennings, Josh Downs, King, Coleman, Noel. The receiver room feels probably weaker than you like it to, but I think it works. Love Nico. You know, I think this really goes on Tet McMillian. What kind of player is he going to be? Can he be the Brian Thomas, the Lam McConkey? Could he show up and be the receiver that puts up 1,100 yards and be, you know, a top 15 receiver? You know, I feel good about the solid production from Juwan Jennings, Josh Downs, love him. Kenny Coleman, I think another one where it's like maybe he's a 0, but there's also a chance that he is the number 1 target for Josh Allen. And then Noel, we just throw it on. Hopefully that, you know, maybe he beats out Kirk sometime in the season. Maybe there's an injury. And then Henry, Sanders, Pat, you know, 3 late tight ends. We have May stacked with Henry. I do like Sanders. I think he's a fun tight end to click lately. Pat Fairmouth, I mean, it's hard to project how the offense is going to look, but I still think he's a good tight end. I still think he's going to get targets. You know, I think he's a guy that Rodgers could rely on as well. We'll see. But, I mean, last round Darf to get a tight end, I know that's good. Could be worse. Don't love it. Don't hate it. Definitely was a fun one. All right, so I'm going to go over Boners and Zeros team. If anyone else in here that I can't talk. If anyone else here that wants me to go over their team, I will. Shout out Fareed. Hopefully I beat my Dalmatian all draft from last night. That, bro, so did you forget that you entered and then when you looked, it was auto drafted? And you also took Junkins in that one as well, right? I didn't take Mason over Pollard. Boner took Pollard 1 pick before me. I would have took Pollard, though. Pull, my boy. You're on my pull after this draft. Fuck this, my boy. Bryce says yes, yeah. He auto-drafted a Dalmatian yesterday. Pour one out for him. It was funny. He was like, at least I still have 2 more bullets. So, love the positive thinking. All right, let's see how Boner and Zero drafted. Boner gets Allen Caleb. A nice discount, Allen, I might say. Achan, Tony Pollard, Ray Davis, White, Shipley, Lloyd. Love Achan. I think Pollard's a good RB2. After that, it's kind of just contingent bets. Like Ray Davis and White are 2 RBs that I think are going to get playing time, but how much are they going to spike? I don't know. So, you know, obviously the back end of your RBs are weak, but 4 out of 12, you have the elite quarterback. You know, Achan, I love. Pollard's good. So I think this is fine. Neighbors, JSN, Rome, Chris Godwin, Shakir, Trey Harris, and Joshua Palmer. He double stacks, or if you count Ray Davis, triple stacks Josh Allen. You know what's interesting? JSN, Rome, Chris Godwin, all big questions marks entering the year. But I think you're fine at receiver 2. Khalil Shakir, you know, as your 5th. Trey Harris, kind of just an upside rookie. You're hoping that he signs, you know, obviously a contract, but. And then you have Caleb Stack with Rome as well. Then you have Strange, K-On, and Waller. So you basically just kind of like what I did, take 3 lighter tight ends. All on, like, we perceive good offenses as well. I think this is a good team. I think if you make the playoffs, you know, you feel good about having Allen, Caleb there. 3 tight ends, you're just hoping for one to score a touchdown. And then this receiver room, I like, and then the RBs, you're just hoping that HN Pollard holds up, and then maybe there's injury to Bucky or James Cook or Barkley. All right, so that was bonus team. Now we have 0 fucks. Eagles, Knicks, love Sam Darnold, 3 quarterback build. Knicks, love. I like the duel there. Those are 2 quarterbacks, good offenses, both upgraded, have upgraded weapons. Sam Darnold, I think, is more than a fine 3rd quarterback. And you could argue Sam Darnold might be one of the best quarterback values, especially if he starts all year. Taylor Cooks, Javonte Eckler, and Trevor Etienne. I think Taylor Cook is a strong duo, projecting to get double-digit touchdowns for both of them. Javonte, I don't love Javonte. I don't. Like, I don't want to click him, but, if he is a starting running back for Dallas, I think he's fine for your 3rd RB. Eckler, I am a huge Eckler fan this year. I think he's underrated. It's a weird RB room. Like, this is an RB room I don't think I've ever had. Maybe like one time. Obviously you have 2 studs, and then right here, just kind of question marks. I wonder if this should have been a 6 RB room, but we'll see. JJ Wilson, Sutton, Addison, Golden, Higgins, and Pat Bryant. I mean, the receiver room is nice. I think you have a good mix. Obviously, JJ's a stud. Well, like, Sutton's like your safe player, but then you have like the upside of JJ. I think Garrett might be safe when it comes to like his floor with targets. So like you have kind of like the safe, production with Garrett, Sutton. And then I think Addison, Golden, Higgins, Pat Bryant are like fun upside. Like, we know how Addison's good. Might miss 3 games, but that's okay. So I like the balance here you have with the receiver. You have the Golden and Love stack, and then you have the Bo Nix with Corner Sutherland as well. Tyler Warren, John New, and Mason Taylor. Love Warren this year. John New, I think, is a good pick there. I think it's a good team too. I think the only thing I would change maybe is Mason Taylor as a 6 RB. And just bet that Warren and John New are enough. You get one more shot, but I think it's a fun team. If I had to pick between you and Boner, it's a tough one. What do you guys think? Who had the better team, Boner, Brian, or 0? Bryce says, my boy got cooked. Jump on the pole. I'm leaning into JT and Cook, my boy. Yeah. With the Dalmatian, okay, let me ask this. With the Dalmatian, is it better to build more 3 quarterback, 3 tight end builds than it is than a BBM? Like, it's more better to get more balance, right? Where you don't, like, you want to have more of each position. So I go Nico. Like, let me look what I could have done differently. I'm fine with the Nico pick. I'm fine with the Henry pick. Right here, Daniels, like... No, I think Daniels and Ted's fine there. Right here, Juwan Jennings, like... I mean, I don't know. Maybe Chris Olave. Maybe Rome. I like the Mixon Fowler I got. I like Downs. Right here was another one where I really wanted Tony Pollard. And then Mason was kind of like, I was like, here, we'll just take another Mason share just because he's there. Keenan Coleman. I wanted a 5th receiver at this point, so I'm fine with Coleman there. Take Drake May. See, now I want to do another one. It's not better, just whatever is available at that draft. I was gonna stop at 2 quarterback, but darn at 189. That's the best click on the board. Could be 300 points again. I mean, that's why I think 3 quarterback matters, man. If you feel like they're the best pick and you're picking potential, I mean, obviously, we don't. Everybody could be a zero in some way, but Sam Darnold, you might get a starting quarterback all year compared to like Brashard Smith, who might be inactive week 1. I think 3 quarterback better for less events to ping pong quarterbacks. So are you saying that? So like, let's say BBM, it's 2 out of 12. It's 2 out of 12 to make the playoffs, and then it's like 1 out of 13, 1 out of 16, huge final. Then you have the Dalmatian, where it's 4 out of 12, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 8, 23 team finals. Like I said, I'm done. But like, I feel like with smaller finals, with smaller playoff advance rates, or when you have like a smaller pod, you want more 3 quarterbacks in that one. Or am I tripping? Because in theory, there's less luck for you to advance. I don't know. I can't. Honestly, my brain is fried right now. I'm going to mule over this later. You only have 3 bullets to make them count. Facts. If you make the finals, you get 1K. I think 3 quarterback is better here for EV, not necessarily for getting first place. Yeah, I mean, because 4 out of 12 advances. So it's like, you do want to focus more on the fan structure of obviously making the playoffs. And then like 1 out of 5 pod. I have 2 more bullets left. So I might try to cook something up the next 2, try to do something a little different, test some things out. Like, what I think I might do next one is maybe I could either take an elite quarterback and just punt and wait for 1 more, or I'll wait for quarterback. I'll target everything else, and then I'll just take 3 quarterbacks from like round 9 to round 11. Yeah. Yeah, so if it's week 15, week 16, so it's like, if only 1 out of 5 advances, would you rather have CJ Stroud as your 3rd quarterback? Or Trey Benson? Tyler Algier. I mean, the 2v2 isn't great, right? I guess, like, I don't know. I gotta rethink some things there. We need to know who smashed you the 0 voter. If you took receiver at Mason's spot and running back Cam's spot, I think your team is on. Well, let's look at who was there. So Mason, the receivers at Mason, I mean, I could have gone Ayuk, I could have gone Higgins. So like, if we play the 2v2, I wouldn't take Ayuk. Let's say Higgins. It would have been Higgins, and the RB, I guess Dobbins. So would you rather have Higgins and Dobbins, or Mason and Keenan Coleman? I do like Dobbins, but I like Mason more. I do like Higgins more than Coleman. But I think in that scenario, I still would lean Mason and Coleman over Dobbins and Higgins. If I had it, I'll let you guys know who I think's better. So you go Higgins, Dobbins. Higgins 2 receiver set, and Dobbins gonna be RB1 for Broncos. You get Higgins double sacked. So a couple things, like, yeah, I did think about the double stack also, but I did end up with Noel. So the bet is like maybe Noel is actually gonna be more of a factor than Higgins, or he plays a slot, which doesn't feel strong, but Mason, like, I mean, Dobbins, you could argue should be near Mason, but I think Vikings have more invested into Mason than Dobbins with the Broncos. You know, Vikings traded and gave him a contract extension. Dobbins signed like a cheap deal. Both good offenses, but I do think RJ Harvey's a bigger threat than Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is like 31 years old, fragile. But I do like Dobbins a lot too. I do think that Sean Payne's going to utilize him. And Higgins has probably more upside than Kenny Coleman. Now, if you play the player prop games, but I don't think, you know, the smartest thing to do, but like I do think Kenny Coleman does have a higher receiving line and touchdown line than Higgins. And it's more likely Kenny Coleman does end up being the receiver 1 for Josh Allen than it is Higgins, the receiver 1 for CJ Stroud. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a fun 2v2 though. Yeah. I don't think Noel's a great pick I mean, he's an okay pick in general, but who could I have took? I mean, I could have took Michael Wilson, who's in receiver 2 sets. I could have took Calvin Austin, maybe as a receiver 2. But like all the receivers were pretty dusty there. Yeah, I don't love this team I built. I truly don't. But sometimes the teams you don't love are the teams that do good. Or so they say. But that was a lot of fun. I'm saying I prefer Nico Higgins and I prefer Nico Higgins and Nico Noel. I mean, I do too in the vacuum. Like I do prefer the double. You know, if I could go back, you know, and have that double, that'd be really fun. So I didn't though. We'll look back end of the year, see how this plays out. When I advance, I'll make sure to tag you guys. And yeah, so I think that is gonna be it. We are going to do one draft. I appreciate everybody that was in the lobby, that drafted, that chatted it up. It was fun to do a Dalmatian. Got 2 more bullets left. I'll do at least one more stream. I might do another one private. We'll see though. But in the end, I appreciate everybody. Hit that sub button if you're not sub. Hit the like button if you haven't liked. And until next time, peace out.